Welcome to Bronze 1, Terran. Guys, in this video, we're going to show you how to get it done, how to get the job done, how to get things rolling, how to make Thors move, how to make them kill everything, and how to make SCVs. We're gonna teach you how to mine that blue stuff. Okay? Lots of it. It's gonna be glorious. So get ready. We're against a Zerg. Bronze 1. Oh, shit. Nope, go back to the middle. Sorry, that was habit. Do not switch your workers like that. I sent them back. I canceled what I did. That's later. Okay, so we are against a Zerg, and guess what? I'm not making a wall. Is that crazy or what? Yo, Darwin Award winner. Thank you very much for the 5-month sub. And SSJ Chuck, whatever floats your boat, man. I'm easygoing. Thank you very much for the opportunity or the offer. You're a boss. Thank you, dude. Yeah, boys, no wall. You know why? You know why we're not going to make a wall? Because we don't care. That's not important right now. Making a wall right now, all that's going to do is make Terran players feel uneasy about always being like, where do I put it? That looks like shit. I forgot to make workers. Oh, God. Just don't worry about it. It's not important. It's not important. It's not necessary right now. What is necessary is making stuff. Just making workers and making stuff. You guys know the drill already. You know the drill. Is that what Terran players sound like? No, Terran players sound like this.
Not enough minerals.
Everything sucks. My race is shit. Okay, let's make a factory.
Go ahead. Command center upgrade complete.
Big job,
Okay, let's get serious. Terran players, I love you, okay? Guys. So now we're going to make a second gas because we have a factory going up. And yeah, we're chilling. We're going to make a second factory as soon as we have another 100 gas. Because we can totally afford it. We're going to be making Hellions and tanks right now. So we can afford 2 factories really fast. We're skipping a Reaper. We're skipping Bio. We're not making any of that garbage for now because it requires micro and multitasking and scouting. We're not doing any of that right now. And look! Zerglings! Oh my god, I didn't wall. We're dead. Okay, let's do this. Grab SCVs, okay? Green box your mineral line. Control click your SCV so you don't take the mule off. Actually, you know what? Don't do that. I take it back. We're just gonna let this happen. If this guy decides to attack my SCVs, we'll fight back. We're getting all in right now.
Command center upgrade.
Let's make a Hellion.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Okay, now let's control click an SCV and let's attack the Zerglings because my factory might die. We are getting fully all in right now. Keep making SCVs, boys.
Not enough minerals.
And you're dead. Fuck yes. Okay, keep going. Keep making SCVs. Oh, we're dead. We're actually dead. So, here's the thing. This might happen to you. This could happen to you. Okay? It might. It's not the end of the world, though. Because I don't give a fuck
Base.
that I just lost the game because guess what? We're still going to get out of bronze over time. It's still going to happen over time. Now, obviously, if we made a wall, we could have actually defended the Zerglings and it would have been fine. It would have been fine. But that's not the point. I know a lot of people out there are going to be like, he lost. Ah, he fucking lost. It's not the point. The point is make fucking workers, guys. This could happen sometimes. It might happen. Make the workers. And you know what? We're going to cut that out of the YouTube series so no one even knows it happened. I'm just kidding. I'll leave it in there. I don't give a shit. No, it's yeah, no, it like if you get all in and you die, that's okay, because guess what? People who play really all in like that, you will not run into them enough to where it'll keep you. You're like, basically my point is you're not going to be in bronze forever. In Bronze League though, just worry about making workers, and that was what, 4 minutes of my life? That was 3 minutes of my life? That was really fast. That was basically no investment of my time at all. It was very brief. But as long as I develop good habits, you build them like a staircase. So I'm still worrying about learning how to build workers and learning how to build shit. A wall literally is a distraction. And it's something we'll start doing. Not right now, but soon. But not right now. We're really drilling in the whole looking where your eyes should be at all times in production and stuff like that. That's what's important. That is definitely what's important right now. So do not make a wall. Do not, because again, here's what's happened. Here's what's happened. Why am I saying it like that? Here's what will happen if you try to make a wall. You'll be like this. Okay. Do I do? Is it there? 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 Where do I put it? Is it there? Is it there? Hold on. Like you're gonna fucking just stare at it and waste so much time. Don't fucking waste your time. Okay? You'll figure it out eventually. It'll happen. Just worry about fucking making stuff. Don't complicate the game more than it has to be. Don't waste your time. That's what ViBE thinks of me. I think bronze players definitely... The second you tell a bronze player to do something that deviates from something that I've already told you to do, you stop doing the first thing and you start doing the second thing. So if I tell a bronze player, make workers, and then I tell a bronze player, make a wall. While he's making a wall, he will not make workers. Seriously, he won't. He'll just be like, what? What? Wall? Is it wall or workers? Make up your mind. This is too complicated. I'm gonna play fucking Fortnite. At least there, you only have to make a wall.
Base is under attack.
Okay, we're getting cannon rushed. Cool. You think I give a shit? No. Really don't.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Fucking Bronze League cheesy asses is what this should be called. So here's what we're gonna do, okay? Cancel the command center. We have a lot of money now because we had to cancel that, so let's make 2 of them. Good stuff.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Insufficient Vespine gas.
No micro, let it finish. Well, it was dead. Like, I couldn't do anything about it, so yeah, we should definitely cancel it. Okay, we can clearly see the cannons are setting up right now. So let's go ahead and do this, okay? Let's lift off this barracks and move it away so it doesn't just die.
Insufficient.
Next, we're sieging our tank.
Additional supply depots required. Additional supply depots required.
Make SCVs, guys. That's all we're doing. Snipe that probe. If you did attack the probe, that would be correct. But again, that's micro, so don't worry about it. Worry about making probes. Let's resaturate our gas. And we can move our tank forward and siege over here because there are more cannons. Let's unsiege this tank. So this is something you have to do, okay? You do have to control your tanks a little bit to get rid of this. We'll keep control of the high ground for now. Let's make an armory because we're making our third tank, and that's the same time we want to make an armory. And now let's lift off my command centers to take other bases. Hey, move my army down there, my Hellions, that is. Just see if there's like more cannons here. Keep making SCVs, boys. Drop some mules. So again, our eyes want to be looking at this right here. Command center energy levels and production on the bottom here when I select my command centers. How many little white boxes am I constantly producing? Are we doing a good job? And mineral saturation. So this is way oversaturated because we were stuck on one base because we just got timing attacked. So now I transfer all these SCVs to my natural and drop a bunch of mules on it. Let's take a couple gases. Good to go.
Not enough minerals.
And now we're going to make our fourth tank. Let's reroute our tanks now a little bit. Well, you can actually leave this one here. Move to the front of my base. Let's move this next tank right there. Let's move this other tank. Right click, shift, siege. It'll siege the second it gets there. And there you go. It's a shift command. Now my natural's fully saturated. Take my third. Now, let's go ahead and start making Thors and Hellbats. And yeah, we need supply depots. We're supply blocked.
Mineral field depleted.
So if you're supply blocked, you can actually, if you have a second, you can call down supply of mules. That also works. If you are blocked, it is worth it. But if you're not blocked, don't bother doing that. And then we have a lot of money. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's get a second army for upgrades. Let's get an engineering bay because we don't know if we're going to be dealing with tech cloaked shit. And then spend some more money now because we have a good economy on some more factories. And finally, let's go and throw in another command center because we have a lot of money to work with. We have a lot of money to work with. And our money's going to get even more crazy out of hand because we have a lot of SCVs already. We're already at 53 and we're going up rapidly. The economy is looking strong. We definitely cannot produce as fast as we spend.
Not enough minerals.
Keep making mules every time you can. If you can keep tabs on that. Every time you look here at your SCVs, look right here on your screen. It's behind where my chair is. Right there for, what's it called? So there you go. We're actually getting hit by DTs, okay? So, keep producing. And now let's make a turret in my bases because it's DTs. Make a turret. Keep producing. And I have a scan ready. So select all army, put it right here. Just group it up. And let's go ahead and scan. Okay, we'll send the Hellions a little closer. Keep making SCVs during this, guys. Scan's over. Let's make another scan. Send my army over that, add it again. Let's go ahead and make this command center go over here. Keep producing SCVs. Scan again. Okay, it's dealt with. Just keep scanning it. Every time that shit happens. This is why we make this is why we literally make the engineering bay. Now, grab my SCVs. Where are they? Okay. We have 27 here. That's 5 over. Let's re-rally to my natural because we just took a lot of damage. Oops, this command center's coming back. Put it back there. Make one more command center over here because we can keep making command centers one by one. Grab 4 SCVs. Actually, it's 6. Send them back. And then we're good to go. Keep making Thor Hellbat. We lost a lot of SCVs there, so it fucked up our economy a little bit, but yeah, we'll be fine. Keep making mills. SCVs are priority. Fill in the remainder of your production whenever you
Not enough minerals.
fill in the remainder of your production whenever your SCVs are not needing to be made.
Depleted.
Mineral fields are depleting. We're good. I already had 8 on that. Oh, it's okay. Get my gases saturated properly. Keep making SCVs. The space is looking pretty solid. So now my factories are going back into like full production again. Okay, the space. We can make it a planetary. And let's make a missile turret. He has DT, so we're putting a turret in every mineral line. Select all army. A move towards my natural. We can also start upgrades, because at this point now we have money to work with to do that.
Not enough minerals.
Keep making SCVs. Let's grab one, send it off. Re-rally all my dudes over there, all my command centers. Take another base. Make another command center.
Not enough. Not enough minerals.
Again, the whole goal here, the whole point, if I hope I'm not losing anyone right now, the whole point is just keep making workers the whole time. That's the priority. Make workers, make workers, make workers. Whenever you have excess money while making workers, do you have an expansion that's ready to be saturated? If not, that is priority number 1. If you do have an expansion that's ready to be saturated, priority number 2, fill in your production. If you have too much money even after that, make more production.
Insufficient.
That's it.
Not enough.
That's all it is. That's the step-by-step plan here that we have. Make some more depots, because look up here, we're about to block. We'll make like 5 depots.
Not enough minerals.
Fuck it, doesn't matter really. What's my SCV count at? 74. We're almost done.
What's going on?
Almost done.
Ready to raise some hell.
Seems like you will teach. Seems like Terran will teach you timing sooner and timings. What? I'm gonna skip that question. That comment. That was crazy. All right. So yeah, we're just
Not enough.
you know, we
minerals.
took a lot of damage. God bless you, ViBE. Yeah, we're almost there, guys. Just a few more SCVs. We took a lot of damage in the early game of this game from the cannon rush and then the DT pressure.
Upgrade complete.
Let's click our tech labs. Let's get smart servos,
Command center upgrade.
infernal pre-igniter. Go to my armories and get upgrades again. 2-2 now. And SCV counts done. We're good. No more. We don't need any more. And now we're good on this base. Let's move it over to this base now.
Mineral
And
field
let's take
depleted.
even a turret here. Why not? Planetary and turret at every outer base. Now we are still spending all of our money, but here's the thing, right?
Insufficient.
We just maxed out just now, but now my money is going to start ramping up really, really hard. So let's start doing this then before we take a fight. Let's take another command center first. This is always a nice priority. Let's go ahead and grab some SCVs and go like this. Factory, 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 factory. I don't give a fuck where you build them
Mineral field
either.
depleted.
Like, build them wherever you want, wherever you see room. Factory, 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 factory. Shift click down here. It's fine. Let's make a couple gases. And let's make a couple more. Factory, factory,
Insufficient.
and shift click back to the mineral line.
Research.
Now, control click, shift, control click, shift, control click, shift 4. All 16 factories are now in my group. Rally them all like here, and we'll fix their add-ons later. But now select all army. Unsiege my tank. Tab. Hellbat mode my Hellions. Tab. High impact payload my Thors. A move towards his base. Shift A move right at the ramp. Shift A move right at the front of his natural. Shift A move into his natural. Shift A move at the base of the middle of the ramp into his main. Shift A move into his main. Let it happen. Now we want like 1/3 reactor, 2/3 tech lab. So let's go ahead and make like 3 reactors and then all tech labs. So I hit CCC and then I just held X afterwards. Now let's look at my bases. Good. This is about to be finished, so let's keep a mental note of that. Good. Not good. Good.
Complete.
Good. Let's take gases here. Let's also start another command center because this one's done.
Add-on
And let's go ahead and make a turret here and a planetary. Good stuff.
Ah, you scared me.
Now,
Add-on.
oops, these two are too close to a wall. Let's move them. Okay, we got to move those two factories because they were too close to the wall. I couldn't build an add-on. So now just keep making Thors and Hellions. Keep making Thors and Hellions, guys. Who gives a shit? Now also remember this. We hit mental note of it. Boom, boom. 3-3 is started. Nice. We can also go to our engineering bay when we have a moment, when we have a lot of money too, and go, you know what? Let's get building armor, and let's also then queue up building range, which increases the range of my planetary fortress and my turrets, and also the armor of all buildings.
Bad news. Ready to raise some
Grab an SUV. Let's make a turret down here. Shift click the mineral line,
Complete.
because now we can get ready
firepower.
to turn this into a planetary and have another base we can transfer to. Make Thors. Make Hellions.
Mineral field depleted.
We are maxed again.
Unacceptable command. We are at maximum supply. Mineral field added.
Got any extra firepower?
Nice. Lift off a command center. Land it over here. Make another one.
SCV ready.
Check the bases. 2. 0. 0.
Vespene
0.
Kaiser exhausted.
Send them over here. And good. Everyone's good. All my SCVs are happy. They're all happy. Let's go ahead and throw some scans or some mules down on a new base.
Command center upgrade.
And let's go ahead and also put some SCVs on these gases.
Gotcha.
Why not? Let's make some Thors. Thors. Make more Hellions. We're maxed again.
Acceptable.
I just literally held T for like a second, and then I held V for a second for Thor and then Hellion. Thors. Hellions.
Mineral field depleted.
Do I give a shit? No. Because guess what we're going to do this time?
Ready to raise some hell.
Select my whole army. Hellbat. High impact payload. A move the minimap on all the bases on the other side of the map. A move the corner. Shift. A move the other one.
Vespene
Next
mineral
closest.
field depleted.
Next closest. Next closest. And his main.
Upgrade complete.
Listen, he's a nice guy. I understand where he's coming from. But again, that's not the priority. The priority is not letting shit like this happen, where you have all these SCVs being like, we're fucking chilling. We're doing nothing.
Mineral field
Don't let things like that happen. Look at this. 4 SCVs. Grab 4. Send them over here. You suck, ViBE. Thanks. Lift off the command center. Send it over here. Or over here. Take another command center.
In the rear with the gear. Go ahead.
Send one
base
SCV over.
is under attack.
Okay, we can clearly see him doing that, so let's go ahead and scan
Upgrade
that.
complete.
Let's go ahead and make a turret. Make a turret. We
Research
can have one SCV hit R, click on the command center, hold shift, right click the mineral line. That SCV will repair this command center until it's fully healed now. And then good to go. No Raven on army? Not right now, no. Keeping it really basic. We're just going
Here.
Thor Hellbat. For now. We're not looking at the army either. Doesn't matter at the moment. Doesn't matter. Whatever happens, happens, guys. Because look at my supply. You want to see this? You seeing that supply up there on top right?
Ready to
The
raise
second
some
it drops at all, it will immediately recover. Okay? Like I literally can hit T and V right now and suddenly we're maxed again.
Got any extra firepower?
GG.
It's heating up.
GG. Yeah, it's carriers. Yeah, and again, I know you guys are all like wanting to know, what does he have? Why don't you fucking make detection? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Yes, these are ideas that we will eventually incorporate later on, for sure. But in bronze, which is what we still are, it's too complicated. Seriously. And the reason why it's too complicated is not because I'm like, this guy's a fucking idiot. He doesn't understand what invisible is. He doesn't even know what that word means. Invisible means you can't see it, dummy. Do you know what a detector is? God, this guy's a fucking idiot. Obviously, that's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is someone who has no fucking feeling of being comfortable in StarCraft, if I tell them, do these things, okay? Do these things. They're important. And then out of nowhere, I go, He's got cloak shit. Get detection. Go fucking get that. Fly around it and scan it. Find it. And he's like, what? Oh God, you told me to do these things. Now what do I do now? Oh, okay. What does this? A raven. Okay, scan it. It just makes it more hectic and annoying. It makes it harder to just like build upon it. So, although yes, I might lose my army to DTs, it doesn't matter because check this out. We're gonna times 8 this shit again. We're gonna go through this one really fast. Look at the supply really quickly for me, and look at the worker count. It's gonna be the same thing. Yo, Camo Psycho, thank you for the prime. Appreciate you, dude. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Look at the supply. So he's cannon rushing me. Worker count, we're tied. Supply, we're tied. Pretty much. But now watch. Watch us just start pulling ahead for no reason. Cannon rush is over. We are now almost doubling his supply, and we're getting in the realm of getting ready to double his worker count. So that's how it opened. And resources lost. We lost a couple of SCVs. I lost 3 SCVs, I think, or 4 SCVs even. The one that was building my command center and the 3 that were mining my gas. They all died, and then I also had to cancel the command center, which lost me more money as well. And I think I also lost like a depot or something. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. Not a big deal. Not the hugest of deals. But the big thing though is that this guy committed himself to a 1 base cannon rush with 4 gateways, and now he's gone Dark Shrine. This makes him not ever expand. This makes him have no money to expand with until very late. 6-minute expansions are not good. So now look at the income. I am actually doubling him now. I am almost now tripling his supply. It's getting close to that. Suddenly D2s show up. That was like just before we had turrets too. That was probably the worst timing we could have ever hoped for that. But yeah, we didn't freak out. We left our tank sieged on the high ground because it's nice to have it there. We have turrets in my other bases. So worst case scenario, guys. Worst case scenario. We have 4 command centers with 2 base saturation currently, and we're making SCVs off of 4 CCs so we can recover really fast versus someone who's on like 1.5 bases. And is he making probes right now? No. He's not making probes right now because he's attacking me with DTs. Now he's warping in stalkers. He's going into full attack mode. So worst case scenario, I lift this command center off. It cannot die. I eventually deal with the DTs in the base that, like, you know, either has turrets or I just scan it and kill it. And then I land my command center and then we're good. That's worst case scenario. Best case scenario is I get rid of the DTs before I have to lift the command center off, because then I can just keep producing SCVs out of it. And look. After that's all said and done, resources lost, we got fucked right there. We just lost 24 SCVs, and we lost more resources than he has now. That was a great attack by him. That was an amazing attack, guys. Well done. The Protoss was so far behind up until that point in terms of who's lost what, but that attack did a ton of damage. But look at the economy. It doesn't matter. Look at the supply. The supply is going to be in my favor ridiculously hard the entire time anyways. Because, look at the production. There's barely ever any probes being made. I don't give a shit how much damage this guy does if he doesn't make workers. Like, he's not even using his other nexus. He's using 1 nexus to make probes at a time. Look at the income. Look, we're making 4 SCVs at a time. Look at the worker count. Like, we're crushing. Look at the supply. He's attacking me again as well. This is just how it goes. This is honestly how it goes. Always. Always. There's so, like, and the reason why I keep fucking really hammering this point repeatedly is because every single time, I deal with another situation. First it's Cannon Rush. Then it's fucking a Stargate, one base timing. Now it's DTs. Or it's a Ling early. Or it's something. It's always something. There's always someone in the chat that's like, why don't you do this though? Because it makes it overcomplicated. It doesn't matter. Literally nothing matters. Nothing. You should seriously, if you're looking to like start up from the ground up, if you don't respect the worker creating habits of what I'm doing here, everything else after that is fucking irrelevant. It is irrelevant. It does make it irrelevant. For real. It does. You don't have bad worker habits and then have good follow-up after that. Like, you will always hit a brick wall and never improve if you think that way. If you have ever hit a brick wall that is not GM and you're like, I can't ever improve, it's probably because you don't have good priorities. This is priority number 1 of StarCraft. And if you break this rule ever, you are not ever going to be a good macro player. This is like 90% importance, and making a Raven is like 10%. Yeah, it would be nice, I'm not gonna lie, but it doesn't fucking matter. I would much rather worry about things like making my economy proper rather than having a Raven be microed properly. Also, someone asked me the question of, hey ViBE, why do you put your Thors in high impact payload by default? There is only one unit in the game. There's 2 units in the game, but realistically, one of them doesn't count, and I'll tell you why. But there's only one unit in the game that high impact payload is worse against than explosive payload. And that unit, I said that right. The one unit in the game that high impact payload is worse against on average than explosive payload is a Mutalisk. A Mutalisk is the only unit that by default, even on single target, you're going to probably fuck that unit up harder with explosive payload. Just a Mutalisk. That's it. And the reason why it's important is because if you ever have one Muta fighting one Thor, I'm just going to throw it out there, a disclaimer. Thor is going to basically squish the shit out of that Muta. No, that's not even going to be a fight. It's going to be pretty bad. That Muta's going to shoot the Thor like 3 times and die. And the Thor is going to be like, I'm still green. We still got green tag on the health bar. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Like, it's going to be... One Thor could probably beat like 30 Mutas. 1 by 1 by 1 by 1 by 1 by 1. Okay? Just throwing that out there. It's pretty fucking one-sided. Like, heavily one-sided. However, no Zerg player is going to be like, oh, there's a Thor over there. I'm going to send that Muta at it. Every Zerg player is going to be like, oh, look, it's a Thor. I'm going to fucking send 25 Mutas at it. That's the only way Mutas actually make sense against Thors. So, when a Zerg player has a lot of Mutas, high impact, the explosive payload, the multiple missiles, which is what the Thor is default on, that does splash damage. My mouth is so dry now. The explosive payload does splash damage. Shut up, chat. It does splash damage, okay? Which makes the Mutas die way more effectively with Thor damage. Because suddenly, instead of killing 1 Muta at a time, you're killing like 6 Muta clumps. And the Mutas are getting fucking destroyed. It's amazing. The only other time you ever would get it would make sense to do more damage and kill things in burst form, like a burst mode, would be against a massive amount of smaller units. Like, for instance, if you're playing someone who had like 15 or 20 Banshees, okay, then yeah, it would also be amazing to have explosive payload on. But who the fuck has that many Banshees? Takes a long time to get that many Banshees. It does, okay? It's not going to happen. Now, if you're up against things like Carrier, a Battlecruiser, a Broodlord, high impact payload does more damage by default to every target. It does not have a tag. Okay? It's not like, oh, well, this unit needs to be massive for it to do damage. No, high impact payload basically give the absolute biggest dick to every unit that they can as fast as they can, single target. I will honestly say a high impact payload Thor will kill a muta faster than a explosive payload Thor will kill a muta. It will kill a muta faster. Okay? Single target. High impact payload does single target damage more. It does it quicker than the other mode, always. And when you're fighting against units that are also high HP and not light, explosive payload sucks balls, because explosive payload does bonus damage to light, less damage to non-light. So if it's not a light armored unit, you're going to be like, bing, 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 like little tiny like ice cream cones are going to be popping off the unit. It's just going to be, it's going to be like, have you ever seen Hulk? He would get shot by bullets? That's what it'll look like. It's just a waste of your time. It's fucking terrible. Look with me, if you will, for a second, how fast these carriers die. They die pretty fast. And also, at the same time, look how fast his interceptors die. Look how fast his interceptors die. Look at the interceptors in the green box. They're getting one shot. Every interceptor is getting one shot. High impact payload Thors are just... And when it comes down to consistency, they are consistent against everything. They are way more consistent. It only... Also, high impact payload only changes their air attack. It does not change their ground attack. Thors take too long to kill shit with explosive payload unless your goal is to splash the units. And splashing every unit in the game that is not a Mutalisk or a Phoenix or a Banshee makes no sense. The only time it... Again, this is also something where it's... I feel like learning StarCraft is almost like learning the English language, where sometimes one thing is said and it's kind of confusing, and it's like, what, it has multiple meanings, what the fuck? It's kind of hard to understand. Because I will say, what with the statement I just made, which was, once again, having explosive payload makes no fucking sense unless it's against Banshees, Phoenix, or Mutas, and they're getting massed. It makes no sense otherwise. It does, however, at the same time, only make sense when you have enough Thors to where the explosive payload will still, if all the Thors focus fire, it will still, even though it doesn't do the bonus damage, it will still one-shot whatever you're shooting at. So if I had 25 carriers stacked up in a ball, and I had 25 Thors, and let's say 25 Thors were able to, in explosive payload, if they all shot the same carrier, they would one-shot that carrier. If all the carriers were stacked up really tight and then all the Thors splashed all 25 carriers, then it would make sense. But that fucking never happens. Ever. Never happens. That would mean you'd have 0 workers and max army only. And then, yep. Look at these stores. Amazing. Look at that high impact payload. Damn, it's good. High impact payload is amazing. And yeah, I know some people out there are like, ViBE, I get it already. God damn, move on. But Gary, the reason why I explain shit like that is because I'm getting questions, and there are some people who don't understand. They're like, I really do, like, what's better about it? And I'm trying to really make people understand, because my coaching philosophy that I've always had was... Hold on. Yo, Chuck, thank you very much for the 10 gifted subs again. Oh my god, man. The subs are blowing up again. Oh. Thank you, dude. That's a lot of fucking subs. Thank you so much, Chuck. Super Saiyan boy. You're looking mighty fine. But the whole thing is, with my coaching and the way I've kind of like
It's your time.
the way I've always thought about coaching was I could just tell you if you say, hey Vibe, what's better, this or that, and I say that, and that's all I fucking tell you. That's better, and you go, thanks Vibe, you're the best, and then it's like an 80s outro fucking song that plays, and
Additional supply
that's it. That's our whole conversation. You know, that I'm gonna give you your one answer, but you know what that does? It creates a dependency where you don't think for yourself, and you always have to ask someone else questions where you're like, I don't fucking know. What is better? I don't know why. I need to ask someone. What if I fucking explain it to you? Well, then you're like, it's like teach a man to fish. Now suddenly you do know why, and now you're like, oh, it makes sense. I actually understand what the hell I'm talking about now. You know? That's why I go into depth about explaining things sometimes.
SCV ready.
It's important. It's important. Thank you, dude. This content is gold. I hope it gets people back into StarCraft. I think it will. My last Bronze Gym series got a lot of people into StarCraft. It was crazy. It was way more than I expected. And this series is already like really popular, like, right off the Bronze League. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have 600-ish viewers until I got to Diamond League last time, and I'm already getting it in Bronze. So people are really interested. It's just pretty awesome.
In the rear.
Command center upgrade complete.
Ah, you scared me. Yeah. SCV ready.
I wonder how big the SC2 population is. I would say the SC2 population is hundreds of thousands of players, if I had to guess.
In the rear.
All right, boys. So yeah, we are, you know, making the second factory, making the tech lab, making SCVs, that whole deal.
SCV ready.
Not worrying about a wall.
Add-on. Not enough mineral.
SCV ready.
And also, some people I've seen say something about add-on swapping. We will do add-on swapping later on. Right now, it's just keep it basic. We're not gonna. It's distracting again. We'll do add-on swapping when people are more comfortable with
Command
you know, the
center
basics.
upgrade complete.
So look at my main, fix it.
SCV ready.
Base is under attack.
We're getting attacked by a stalker. Let's go ahead and have the tank attack it and grab my SCVs and attack it. SCVs, shift, right click the mineral line. And forget about it. Whatever happens, happens. Cool.
SCV ready. What's going on? SCV
Now let's go ahead and start a third command center because we have the money to do it, and we're starting to saturate our natural faster. We can siege our tank.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Let's also get a depot because we're going to block soon.
Sure thing. SCV
Let's
ready.
get another depot as well.
Enough energy.
And maybe even one more.
SCV ready. Ready to roll out. SCV
Let's
ready.
put another tank in siege mode. Third tank is started. Let's start an armory.
Ready to raise some hell.
I saw that wall attempt. Yeah.
Ready.
I'm trying not to break my rules.
I can't build here.
Not enough energy.
SCV ready.
This tank is actually blocking. Be careful about that.
Ready to raise some hell.
Don't ever put a tank in the way of a ramp. It'll block your units. So, yeah, it's not a good idea to do that.
SCV ready.
Okay, let's make gases. I'm fully saturated. Take another depot. Maybe another depot. Lift this off. Send it to over there. We can leave the SCV here for a second because we'll get ready to make another command center. SCV can go down here and make another command center.
Base is under attack.
Okay, he's there. So back it up. Just fly the command center back. He's in the way. Nothing we can really do about it at the moment. It's fine. We're not going to micro this. We're just going to play it cautiously. Land the command center back up here and we'll make it an orbital command. So now we're making... We made 4 tanks. And now we're just making Thors. Let's make an engineering bay as well.
Ready to raise some hell. SCV ready.
Let's get a second armory.
Not enough minerals.
What's going on?
So we get more upgrades. I really like 2 armories with this build, with mech. It's really nice. Now let's get a couple more factories. Again, I don't give a shit where you build them. Just build them anywhere you can. That's
Command center.
wherever. That's available.
Not enough.
Okay,
minerals.
so now let's try it again. Let's see if he's still there. And this time, let's just move our army all over there right now. We have a Thor now, so now let's actually take it back. This is our land, bitch.
Base is under attack.
Make another command center and send this command center over here. Land it. Don't micro anything. Just let it be. Keep making SCVs and grab the excess, so which is 8. Send it over. Let's make 1 turret per base. Shift click the mineral line. Kind of how we make cannons for Protoss. Shift click the mineral line. Turret. Shift click the mineral line.
Not enough energy.
And now you can see my money is being taxed to the limit here. So we don't need more production yet. We already added this on. We're good still. Let's make a couple of depots. A couple more depots.
Add on.
Because we're about to block again. Let's also make a planetary
Additional supply
and a
depots
depot or a turret at the planetary. Same shit as always. Get upgrades.
Add on. Not enough minerals.
Look at my bases. Good. We got energy though. Good. We got energy though. Good. If we get 4 off, now we can re-rally here. Send an SCV
Mineral
over,
field depleted.
and we got energy. Let's put a mule drop on the newest base we have.
Not enough energy.
So we just dump some mules on it. That's also a general rule of thumb for Terran players out there.
Command center upgrade.
Always mule drop the newest base you take. And the reason why is because it's nice to mine out more exposed bases faster in case they die later, so that your minerals that are easier to defend last longer. Mules mine your bases out faster, so mine out the harder to defend bases quicker. It always makes sense that way. Always do that. Try not to mule dump the shit out of like your main all day and then let it mine out completely and then go to the natural only. Like let your bases and your main natural third, whatever, let those mine out gradually once you can mule drop outer bases. So look at my money, guys. We're getting a lot, right? We're like, oh fuck, we're getting up there. So let's throw some turrets, some depots down, so we'll max supply. Let's throw down some extra factories as well.
Yeah, whatever.
Another one.
Job, huh? Boy is here.
I missed this, but when should you planetary versus orbital? That comes later. For now, just planetaries. 3 orbital commands for your first 3 command centers, and then nothing but planetaries after. For now, for bronze. So we're getting building armor, and we're getting range. Let's make another command center and send another command center to become a planetary. 1 by 1, we make the command centers.
Upgrade complete. Insufficient Vespene gas.
Make a
Mineral field
couple
depleted.
gases here. Make a turret. Let's even make a couple gases there. How many SCVs are we at? We're not actually at proper saturation yet.
Mineral field depleted.
We kind of neglected our SCVs for a little bit. That was my bad.
Upgrade
See, like that even happened to me just now. It happens to everybody. You got to really, like I got kind of distracted. I kind of forgot about it. You got to really think about it. You got to always be on top of your SCV production because every second that I waste, it makes me fall further behind. Then if I was playing against someone who did not forget to do it, I would be behind now for no reason.
Mineral field.
Okay, so now we're at
Command
84.
center base
We're
is
solid.
under attack.
He's hitting my outer
Mineral
expansion.
field
Let's go ahead and select all army. Unsiege my tanks. Hellbat mode my Hellions. High impact payload my Thors. A move like right there for now. Just send it over there. Let's also get my factories add-ons and stuff like that. And we're maxed and we have more money. Let's make more factories. We can totally afford it. It's 5 more factories now, which puts us at 15. 15 factories is kind of nice. It's
base
good.
is under attack. Mineral
Let's go ahead and make another command center and send another one over there. Make more units as units are dying. Thors and Hellions, Thors and Hellions, Thors and Hellions.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Let's transfer some SUVs. 2 back. Send them over here. SCV count is still at 84. We're good. SCV count is glorious right now, guys. It's good. Keep making Thors.
Not enough minerals.
2 SCVs are over.
SCV ready. Ready to raise some hell.
And then, yeah, we're gonna make another couple of 2 reactors and 3 more tech labs.
Ready to raise some hell.
Not
And
enough
look at this. We've been neglecting this too.
Command
No
center upgrade
mules have been dropped in a long time. We're full mules. So my newest, most exposed base. Drop the fucking mule hammer on it.
Research.
If this happens sometimes, US Terran, it's not the biggest deal because mules mine over each other and SCVs. It's pretty crazy. You basically just hit a jackpot. My money's gonna go insane now. But try to keep tabs on it. Try to make them as they come. It's important. But Terran, I think Terran has the best catch-up mechanic. Third base gas is not saturated. There you go.
Base is under attack.
And look, sometimes this happens, right? Where you're like, ah, dang it, I just dropped mules all over this base. Now he's killing it. Ah, fuck. It's okay. It's not the end of the world if that happens.
I'm waiting on you.
You can recover from that. It's fine. Let's go ahead and retake this base, or take this base actually. Make another command center. Just keep doing it.
Build here.
Unacceptable command.
Okay, so let's grab Hellbats with our Hellions. High impact payload with my Thors. What are my upgrades looking like?
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Let's go into 3-3. And let's go ahead and, he's not attacking me anymore, so let's go ahead and attack towards his base and see what happens.
Done and done.
SCV count, we actually lost a lot of SCVs there too. So we're gonna make some more SCVs in a minute here to fix. Okay, he's here. A move his army right there. Just A move his army. We're looking right at it. We saw it. Easy peasy.
Got any extra firepower?
And now let's rally my command centers here
Is under
to this
attack.
new base and make some SCVs to replace. Meanwhile, also replace Thors and Hellions as this fight's going on.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Okay. Cool.
Not enough minerals.
SCV count. Good. Command center is about to be
Mineral
done.
field depleted.
Lift it off. Take a base that keeps dying. And make a new one. SCV count is 80, 81, 82. It's about to be 84. Because when my next FECs pop out of the command centers, it'll be 84. Good shit. Select all army. Grab everything.
Mineral
Group it
field
up.
Depleted.
Just group it up first.
Ready for this?
Group that shit up.
Be ready. Thor is here.
And now, high impact payload. Tab. Or, sorry, Hellbat mode, tab, high impact payload. A move here. Shift there. Shift there. Shift there. Shift there. We're just going to get a nice attack into his base right now. Grab SCVs. Fix them. This is the golden rule.
What's going on?
Send them wherever I can. That makes sense.
It's heating up out here.
Drop some mules at my new base.
Not
Make Thors while this is happening. Because we are going to lose units as we fight here.
maximum supply.
And Hellions. Make a planetary. Make a
Mineral
turret.
field depleted.
We're watching this constantly, guys. On the top right.
Vespine
Thor.
mineral field depleted.
Hellion. Whatever I can afford.
We are at maximum supply.
So I'm staying at max supply.
Upgrade
Okay.
complete.
Fix this.
Ready to raise some hell. Yo.
Make a new command center. Lift this off. Land the other one over here. New base.
Ready to raise some? Thor is here.
Upgrade. Command center upgrade.
Thor is here.
We're still maxed.
Thor is here.
Okay, and now we can see there's a base here because we see it on the mini map. So this time we're going to attack here and then go to his natural because our army's dead. So when my next units pop out, which is about to be in a second, we just made a lot of them. We just made like 15 units that are about to spawn.
Go ahead. Ready to raise some hell.
Okay. Now, Hellbat, high impact payload,
Depleted.
A move top right, go down right there, then the next base, then the next base, then his main base.
Mineral field depleted.
Grab SCVs, fix saturation,
Vespine geyser exhausted.
drop some mules on another brand new base again. Command center, how's it looking? It's almost done. Get ready to lift it off and build a new one. Lift it off, send it there, grab my SCV, make a command center. We have three SCVs sitting there. Okay.
Landing zone.
You guys can mine that patch and mine that out as well.
Thor is here. Got any extra firepower?
Okay, we're killing a base right now. Sick. Let's go ahead and re-land this command center
Mineral
again.
field depleted.
Make a planetary at it, grab an SCV, make a turret at it. Shift click the mineral line. These SCVs are done. Just send them up here.
Under attack.
It's fine.
What's going on? Got any extra firepower?
Unacceptable.
SCV count's still good. We're at 84.
Supply.
Oh yeah, we didn't do this either. Grab this. Blue flame and high impact servos. You should do this around the same time you get these upgrades on the engineering bay. Usually, you're going to want to get these upgrades when you're like 180 supply or so. You don't want to prioritize these upgrades before you prioritize maxing out.
Command center.
But when you get really close to maxing out, then you can grab them. It's fine. They are nice to have. So, good. It's depleted. Base is fine. Base is mining out even more. Base is fine. We'll send 2 SCVs here. And good.
Mineral field depleted.
Come and fight me. Thor is here.
Uh-oh. That Thor's stuck. Nice. Good stuff, boys. Times 8. Let's go. But yeah, again, no matter what threat looms on the horizon, just build SCVs up to the optimal saturation and then build units and add production accordingly to what you can dish out. And just throwing this out there, these are the rules of thumb for Terran. Doing Hellion Thor, add in production as you need to. If you're like, fuck, I have so much money and I'm still producing SCVs, but I have so much money. Add on some production, it's fine. You can add on a little bit more. Like ramp it up a little bit by little bit. Like we stayed on 2 factories, I think this game until like 80 supply, then we added on 2 more until like 130 supply, and then we added on like 6 more. Like you just added a little bit, and then once you're done making SCVs, you got to just realize one of your expenses is gone now. So all that money is still being generated, but now one of your expenses is gone, which is freed up, which means you can invest it somewhere new now. So you're not only mining faster than you were before, a cost that you had before is completely gone. So now your money just goes, instead of being up like gradual, it spikes up, if that makes sense. Same thing happens with upgrades. Once upgrades are done, you don't have to build them anymore, which is a cost that is gone, which means your money spikes again to having more availability. Also, another cost is the buildings themselves. Once I have all the factories, I don't have to build buildings anymore. That is another thing that ramps the money up. Okay, this guy played well. I will throw this out there. This guy has more workers than me. This dude is going 3 base. He's got 54 probes. He's keeping up with me in supply. And he's also denying my 3rd. This dude is fucking nuts. Like he is macroing well. He has 73 probes right now to my 56 SCVs. That is very good. That should happen too. I'll just throw that out there. And the reason why is because Chrono Boost. This is that is the power of Chrono Boost. That is what Chrono Boost does for you. It allows you to have a better number faster than Terran. Is this guy a bronze? I don't really give a fuck what league he is, to be honest. He's honestly doing my Bronze to GM build, literally. He's doing my Protoss version of Bronze to GM, pretty much. He's just fucking cranking probes out, and he's going Pure Stalker Immortal. It's good. It's what you should be doing. And he's gone up to 90 fucking probes. Is he still going? Good lord. That's a lot of probes. He's making probes still. Holy shit. 98 probes. Okay, now he's attacking my bases. So yeah, this is what your games, honestly, guys. This is what your games will probably start looking like a lot more. You're gonna see like high fucking supply Immortal Stalker armies versus like high supply Thor Hellbat. Like this is gonna be kind of standard. Like this dude's economy is banging. Let's look at his upkeep, right? Could be better. Could be better. That's 6 now. So 6. 6 isn't the worst. Let's look at ours. 2, 4. We have 6 as well. So we both exactly have 6 workers not efficiently mining. It's not a huge deal. Could be better, but not the hugest of deals. And there you go. There was a bit of a trade going on. Now it comes down to making units during the process, and we both did that. He's going Archons, Charge Lots, Immortals, Zealots. Nice, nice, nice. It's going for my Planetary in top right. So the point is this is actually the first game I will say we have played that is a legit macro game. This dude is fucking nuts with his economy. This is a nuts economy. He's also non-stop attacking us too. We've lost 17 SCVs at this point, and that is what's capitalizing him on a bit of a lead still. Because he's killed 2 of my expansions now. He killed this base with SCVs at it, and then he now killed also this base with SCVs at it, and then he backs up. So you know that happens. But it's not about like things like this will happen all the time. Things like this will happen all the time. But the biggest thing of all is just keep upkeeping your base. Keep upkeeping your base. That's all it is. Whoever can do this longer is going to be the winner in a macro game. Now, here's the difference, okay? This is something we will harken back to in like Master League. But in Bronze League, it's only about who can macro better with only macroing. Seriously, because if someone if they're legit bronze and they're microing, you guys have seen what those games have looked like. Like there's just like the guy just dies. Like he's like, wow, we're tripling, quadrupling his supply. Holy fuck. Because that's all we're doing is focusing on macro. But in Bronze League, all it is focusing on macro, and you will win most of your games like that. When it's a game like this, where both players are macro, it's about who can last longer. And then as you get better at the game and you get higher leagues, you mix in macro, who can last longer, with intelligent attacks that require a little bit of micro or strategical placements. Like, for instance, it would be like something like I could have Liberators sieging here with tanks and whatever and making a really hard engagement here. Then I could have 2 drops moving into his base, or battlecruisers teleporting in here. Or something like multi-prong attacks. That is higher level shit that is not needed in Bronze. In Bronze, it's just seriously macro and just stay on top of it. See how long you can do it. Outlast your opponent. Yo, Anthrax, thank you very much for the sub. The 5-month sub. Welcome back. Macro is key. Thors are pretty good, man. Thors are pretty good. And now look at the power of building production, extra production, when we were maxed and we had a bank to work with. We are almost maxed again, and the Protoss player is teetering, 150. Let's look at his building count really fast. He actually has a decent amount of gateways, but I do think he needs more. He has 3 robos. I love that he has 3 robos. He's legit doing like the Bronstein build. I would say if this dude, especially with fucking 98 probes, if this dude had like an extra like 7 gateways, I'd be like, this is a solid. This is solid. He could totally afford a few more gateways. Also, the other thing too is charge lots were not a good idea. Charge lots are never a good idea against this composition because we have Hellbats. Like, look at the left side here. Watch the left side. Like, these Hellbats just like thin out so many fucking zealots. This guy's doing a good job though of mitigating lots of, and they didn't have blue flame. I know. We forgot the upgrades. We did get it later on. I totally forgot about it. Well, this dude's doing a good job. He's definitely playing well. Do I think this guy's bronze? Honestly, no. But does it matter? Not really. It's whatever. He is playing the game proper to a point, I would say, which is maybe a little extreme on the probes, maybe like 10 less and I'd be more happy. But yeah. He has the right idea overall. He's just macroing for the most part. But he is also trying to micro. And yeah, all we're doing is, again, upkeeping our base. Let's look at it really fast. 2 over. Perfect, 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 perfect. So we have 2 SCVs over right now. And I think this patch like just depleted, literally. Yeah, this patch literally depleted like 5 seconds ago. So we were perfect this whole time. Okay, this one gets moved as well though, I think. Yeah, so right now we are actually perfect. Perfect, perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. In terms of efficiency, every SCV is being as efficient as they possibly can. Let's go to the probes really fast. You got, this is 2 on that one, so you have 5 plus 5. You have 10 probes in his main. You have 12 now, including the natural. You have 13, including the third. 13 probes being inefficiently mining right now for the Protoss at this point in time. Again, these are reasons, these are things that develop who's going to actually win in the end and who's going to not. Imagine fucking anime. Okay, another analogy. Imagine an anime scene where it's like 2 main characters, the protagonist and the antagonist. They're both like kamehamehaing the fuck out of each other. Like, who's going to win? Who's got more fucking power over 9,000? And both guys are like pushing beams into each other or some shit. That's the difference, man. Economy management, the whole game, maintaining it, the maintenance. That's what makes a difference. One person always eventually gives out to the other. It always happens. One person might last 20 minutes, one person might last 5 minutes, but someone always eventually gives out. The game has to end at some point.
I don't know how you made this bronze to GM series better than the last one, but you're doing it like a boss.
Yo,
D.
Alpha Command, thank you very much for the biddies. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, man, nice. I don't know what that name means. Is it an anime thing? Probably. I don't know what you're referring to, but yeah, probably. I just said some anime shit, so. Probably. Just read about the longest Pro SC2 match ever being like 3 hours, nearly 3 hours. Yeah. I mean, it happens. It can happen. But in general, one person's always going to fall behind the other. That'll just keep happening for your average game. Oh, Kamehameha is not a name. It's an ability. It's a move. It's a fucking lightning ball, electricity ball, energy ball, some shit out of your hands. It's a dragon ball. It's a Hadouken. Everyone knows Street Fighter. Okay. So we're against the Protoss. Again.
Not enough.
No TVTs in Bronze 1.
Not enough minerals.
We got Zerg, Terran, or Zerg, Protoss. Okay, so now literally just do this. A-move your SCVs. If he drills you, I'm gonna let this lose. I'm playing again. I feel like I'm getting smurfed a lot right now. If someone does this to you, we'll say this, okay? Run away. Just run away. Run back. Let him come out a little bit. Run away. Run back. Run away. Run back. Make a Marine. Run away. Run back. Run away. Run back. Run away. Run back. Run away. Stay away. Run. Stay. Marine attack. Now don't give a fuck and just A-move it. I'll explain this when this game is over. SCVs, mine minerals, Marine. Okay, SCVs attack. SCVs, mine minerals. Marine's on hold position. The Marine is on hold position in the middle of the mineral line. I'll explain this again in a minute, guys. Make SCVs. Okay. Well, this is happening. Hey, actually, you know what? I'm kind of glad it happened because, you know, fuck it. I will literally be able to teach you guys something new once again. It's unique. What he did was unique, and I can teach you guys something. We'll talk about it after. Make a Marine? Yeah, you have to. I'll explain it again after. When this game's over, we'll talk about it. So now we're just going to play as if... Now we're just going to play as if the game is standard. Who gives a fuck? We're just going to play a standard game now. So, take a natural.
We hear you. SCV ready.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Bro, why the fuck are you Terran? Making a bronze GM series for every race? Is that okay?
Is under attack.
Gotcha. This better be good.
Okay, we're gonna A-move the Marine down to my natural. I want to micro this so bad, but I will not. I really think that I'm getting smurfed again though, and it's you know, it's kind of, I'm trying my best to still keep the integrity of the game going for learning purposes. Anyways, I'm gonna make another command center now. The game is thrown off a bit. We have a lot of money. We're trying to get to 16 probes or 16 SCVs on the mineral line again, and now we are. So we can rip off a couple of SCVs now and send them to the gas. Let's take an SCV and send it down to my natural to resume building this command center. Daggerty. Daggerty weed. Okay, let's make a depot. Let's make a, yeah, let's depot for now. Keep making SCVs. Okay, let's make a second gas so we can make a factory.
I can't build here. SCV ready. In the rear.
Make my SCVs mine the gas. Orbital command that crap.
SCV ready.
When I get 100 gas, we're going to make a second factory so we can go into, once again, Tankelion. And let's also make a engineering bay because we have 3 CCs now. 3 CCs is a great time to make an engineering bay.
What's going on?
Okay, we are fully saturated on the main, so rally to my natural.
Big job, huh?
All my command centers go to my natural now.
Not enough energy.
And let's make a turret in the main.
Command center upgrade
And let's make a
complete.
turret in the natural. And let's get ready to take our third after this next SCV is built. Just take your third. There's no reason not to. And then we'll build a turret at the third as well.
SCV ready.
Shift click the mineral line. Okay, cool. We have 3 bases getting ready to be established now.
Not enough energy.
And we are getting proxied again. So, I see it. Let's just keep playing as it is. It's whatever. Keep going. We're gonna take our gases around like 14, 15 SCVs. Siege your tank at your natural. Okay, so now we can go like this. Oh, it's Void Rays. Oh man. Go like this with Terran.
Will do.
Let's make some turrets.
Complete.
You can cancel a tank, you can make a cyclone. Okay?
Ready.
Make turrets. Also, get range upgrade on your
Base
engineering
is
bay.
under attack.
Okay?
Our SCVs are under attack.
Spam click your turrets. It's fine.
Whatever. SCV ready.
Just make turrets. Keep making SCVs. Keep making SCVs. Do not stop making SCVs.
Systems go.
Okay, run your cyclone away. Run it back. Pop a void ray.
SCV ready.
This game, this is not fucking bronze, dude. I'm getting smurfed a lot right now.
Base is under attack.
Okay, keep making turrets, boys. We are getting 1 base all in right now, for real. What we're gonna do
Enough minerals.
is we're gonna go into Thor's, okay? Let's make some turrets for my other base too down here, just in case he flies over here and tries to kill it. Keep making SCVs. Don't stop making SCVs. That's the big one. Prepare the command center. Just grab SCVs and repair the command center. Good shit.
Additional supply depots required.
We're supply blocks, so we're gonna throw down some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
SCV ready.
Now let's go ahead and do this. Let's make
Sure thing.
another factory right there and another factory right there. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna make Thors, more Thors. Re-rally. Look at my mineral line. Oh, he's over here with mass voids. Okay. Okay, can't lift off the command center and fly it to the turrets. Pull the SCVs.
Go ahead.
These games are
Move it.
hilarious. High impact payload Thor. Let's go, boys. A move towards where the voids are. Okay, land my command center at my third again, and make more turrets.
Bad news.
Repair the command center with 1 SCV and call it a
Not
day.
enough energy.
Let's go ahead and get 2 gases. Keep making SCVs. What are we at? 65? We're not quite great yet.
Mineral field depleted.
Speak up.
This is bronze. This is supposed to be bronze. I'm trying to keep this as simple as I can, but this dude is yeah.
You scared me.
It's clearly not.
Is here.
Keep making Thors.
Add-on complete. Additional supply depots.
SCV ready.
Get weapon upgrades on my Thors.
I am heavy metal. In the rear.
Base is under
Okay, so he's in the main now. Hey, move my Thors. High impact payload, very important. Do not have it in missile mode. Keep your Thors. This is the big goal, okay? This is the big one. Keep your Thors near turrets. In this situation, if this ever happens to you, do not fucking leave your turrets. If you leave your turrets right now, you should also get building armor now too. If you leave your turrets right now, you are fucked. You are going to die. Do not leave your turrets ever. Let's go ahead and get some turrets over here.
SCV ready. I can't build here.
And then float over.
Bad news.
Not enough minerals.
I'm making a lot of turrets because this dude is cheesing me with mass void rays.
Well, butter my biscuit.
This is acceptable because the only way we win this game is with enough Thors. But we'll see, right? Like, what's he gonna do to my Thors now?
In the rear with the gear.
Our SCVs.
So he's going right to my third again, and he's going Immortals now. Yep, that's what I kind of figured it would be. Keep making SCVs, boys. Let's pull the SCVs too and just A-move the SCVs right now. Thors are on full A-move right now.
Upgrade complete.
SCV ready.
Yeah, we're dead. This is GG. There's no way I'm gonna win this fight.
Base is under attack.
GG. So every once in a while, it'll happen. You'll play against someone who's gonna smurf the shit out of you. It'll happen, guys. It happens. Just literally, don't deviate. So I already feel like my Terran in this particular video, I think I've played like fucking 3 Smurfs already, but it's okay. It's okay, guys, because guess what? You will eventually get out of bronze. Don't worry. Just keep at it. You'll be fine. Also, you're not a streamer, so you're not going to get sniped repeatedly. Just keep at it, dude. Just keep at it.
SCV ready.
And anyone who is sniping me right now, you better get your games in quick, because as soon as I get to fucking Platinum League or something above there, oh, I'm going to fucking kick the shit out of you. Probably, depending on who you are.
Additional supply depots.
Alright, so we got, what do we got this time? A Protoss again. Another Protoss. Another Protoss. Did you explain? Oh yeah, fuck. We didn't talk about that. I'll just talk about it now. Okay, I'll talk about it now. So here's the thing. If your opponent stacks up all of his workers into a mineral pocket, okay? In the center of a mineral line, exactly where this SCV is right now, there is only one surface area that can attack it, which is right there, okay? Does that make sense so far? We're getting cannon rushed again. So you can only stack it up in there, you can only have one SCV at a time attacking that spot. Right? Only one. So if you do that, all the SCVs...
Our SCVs are under
Jesus
attack.
Christ, dude. Am I just playing like the snipers committee right now?
Our Base.
I'd like to get out of bronze 1, guys. If you wouldn't mind. I know that might be a lot to ask. Okay, float off your barracks. And run away. And get ready because we're going to evacuate lots of things. We're going to evacuate a lot of things, guys.
How many cannons would a cannon rusher rush if a cannon rusher could play
Command center
StarCraft?
upgrade complete.
Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to micro a little bit. Because fuck this kid.
Base is under attack.
So I'm getting enough SCVs on the cannon. I'm popping it with SCVs. I'm going to pop the probe with more SCVs. I'm going to lose probably like 2 SCVs here. I'm going to rip SCVs off so the cannon gets stupid AI like this. It's bad AI right there. We're going to have to make a siege tank. Two SCVs repair the command center for a second. I can only be sniped so many times. Okay, we're going to evacuate the SCVs now. Evacuate the SCVs. You have to evacuate. The reason why is because this cannon on the top is zoning us out. So run down here now. Run down to your natural, evacuate the main like this, and just land it somewhere else. It's totally fine to evacuate your base. Have some SCVs attack these cannons. It's fine.
Hello, ViBE.
Hi.
Good evening.
What's up, dude? Make your mules. Mule that shit up. Look at my money. It's pretty high. We also have extra saturation over here, so let's make another command center. We have a siege tank, which is going to have a big job ahead of itself. We're going to move it right here because this is what matters. Right here. We don't care about these cannons right now. They're not in the way. What we do care about is the new cannons. Kill that fucking probe. Okay, now we're good. Kill that cannon, boys. And let's grab SCVs here and attack this.
Additional supply depot. Our SCVs are under attack.
Jesus. I really want to give you guys a bronze game, but this is not a bronze game. I'm sorry. There's been like 3 games now in this series of 5 games that have not been bronze games. I'm trying really hard. I'm still not going. I'm going back into it, boys. We're bronze again. So periodically, we're gonna clear out our base here. Let's retake our main with another command center because we have the money to do so. And let's go ahead and throw down some more factories now because we have the gas to also do so. Drop some mules.
Not enough energy.
Get an engineering bay because we have 3 CCs now. And let's also get a armory.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Keep saturating your bases. And we're chilling, guys. We are chilling out. We are just, you know, making magic happen right now. Let's go ahead and make it.
Crush that nerd right meow. Right meow.
That's right.
You hear?
That's right. Okay, we're getting can rushed again. Unsiege my tank. Grab some SCVs, pull them around. Attack the cannons. Okay, the cannons are going up on this one. Let's just run the SCVs away for a second. Lift off the command center. And just let this be for just a sec.
Complete.
Repair the command center. With all my boys. And send it back. And now mine the mineral line again. Nice.
Add on.
Yeah, let's start making Thors, guys.
In the rear. Huh? SCV ready. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Go ahead. Ah, what's going on? SCV ready.
And we're just, again, the biggest thing of all is we're still making SCVs. With how annoying this guy has been so far, all we're doing is making SCVs. He's probably going to cannon rush me over here now. Yep.
SCV ready.
Just make SCVs. Make SCVs, boys.
Huh? I can't build here. SCV ready. Boy, is here.
So let's quickly look at our saturation. Good?
SCV ready.
Not good. We're making more though, and not good. We're also making more anyways. And also we're making more here too. So it's fine. We're at 60 workers right now.
Not enough minerals.
We just shot mules on my third.
I'm in a heap of trouble. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Let's get blue flame and servos.
Additional supply.
I know I said to get that late, and normally you will,
Going in the rear with the
but I just feel like this guy's gonna rush like voids again, just like the last guy did.
SCV ready.
Which is also why I'm not getting 4 tanks this game.
Additional supply depots required.
If you ever get cannon rushed, it's never a bad idea to take Thors as a faster priority. And he's already got charge. Or no, he doesn't. Just kidding. Keep making SCVs, boys. Keep making SCVs! Don't stop! Don't fucking stop! And just try your best to look at all your economies and be like, what needs to be saturated? Good. Still yes. It's still yes. And still yep. So my factories are in full production. Let's get some more because I don't have I have a lot of money that I can't spend again. Let's also get oh no wait, we're good. Sorry. Drop some more mules. Let's get another command center again. Doesn't really matter where I put it. Just put it like right there, whatever. Just group my army up. We'll get another factory, just so we can get secondary upgrades going as well.
Not enough minerals.
And this base is done.
Upgrade
Send an
complete.
SCV around. How many SCVs do we have? We have 85. That's too many. Or that's plenty, rather. But we'll stop at 84, whatever.
Mineral field
85 is fine. We'll get 85, okay? I'll do 85. I don't want to confuse you guys. I did say 85 was fine, and 85 is honestly fine.
Going to raise some hell. SCV ready. Huh? Bad news. In the rear with the gear. Boy, is here.
Okay, this doesn't feel like bronze. It's because my opponent is really not bronze.
complete.
That's the reality of the situation. But I'm trying to make what I'm doing super fucking easy looking still.
Additional supply depots
I'm trying to keep it as basic as we can. We're still, again, really just looking at all our bases and saturating properly.
Add on complete.
Let's go ahead and send an SCV over here, or a command center here. Make a new command center. Yeah, super fucking easy. Well, this is a skewed example. You're not going to play against this kind of a player in your own games.
Raise some hell.
You're really not.
Ready to raise some hell.
And if you do, it's going to be really rare. Okay, so 2 tech labs and a reactor.
Mineral field. Insufficient Vespine gas.
And let's go ahead and get a couple more Hellions.
Ready to raise some hell.
And there we go, boys. Let's go ahead and we have a good enough army, I would say, right now. Hellbat mode, Hellions, high impact payload Thors. Let's A move here.
Mineral field
Shift,
depleted.
shift, 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 shift. So if he walls off anywhere, we can kill the walls, and we'll keep going forward. Meanwhile, don't neglect your macro again.
Add on.
Don't neglect it. Back to this again, boys.
In the rear with the gear.
Watch him just counterattack me now. That's what I feel like is about to happen.
Boy, is here.
I feel like he's going to try to make this game as awkward as possible. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and make a command center there. Make a new one.
I can't build here.
Doo-doo-doo.
Got any extra firepower? Move it.
Okay, let's rewind this shit and let's see the supplies. And let's talk about this, okay? I need to give you guys a couple of explanations here. So, the one I was trying to fucking explain earlier, which was the drone, it's called drone drilling, probe drilling, SCV drilling, you can call it whatever you want. It's called drilling. The way that works, when someone shows up at your base with like 10 workers, okay? Or like 12 workers, 15 workers. If they attack you with a bunch of workers, if that person spam right clicks on a mineral patch, that all his workers will stack up, because you can stack workers when you mine things. They overlap each other. So if he spam stacks this mineral patch, all he has to do is A-move the ground right there, or right there, anywhere. Just A-move the ground and then immediately right click the patch. And what that does is all his workers, which are stacked, will attack any target that is close to them, and they will all hit the same one because they are stacked. So if he has 12 workers doing this, it will do 60 damage. And 60 damage is more than enough to one-shot every worker in the game. Drones and probes have 40. SCVs have 45 hit points overall. So if I would have just A-moved the mineral line and had all my SCVs and then like clump being like, my turn, like one by one just dying, I would have one worker smash one of his guys, and then all 12 of his actually kill a fucking worker. One new SCV comes in, drills his ass with one fucking little coney drill here in my hand, and then he dies. And then another SCV attacks once and dies. Another SCV attacks once and dies, because all of his workers are all attacking together. Which is why the last game, when I said all we have to do is attack him when he's not drilling the mineral line, because if he's not drilling the mineral line, he ran across the map and has less workers than we do, because he's not making workers if he's running across the map. Okay, he can't make workers because he's not mining anything. He has no income. We have had income the entire time he has to cross the map, so we have an extra like 3 workers over him, or like 4 workers over him by the time he gets to our base. So we just have more. So if we just fight him in the open, we win. If we don't fight him in the drill situation, nothing happens. And then we waited until we had a Marine. We just made one Marine, and we literally put it in the middle of the mineral line and held position. And what that does is the Marine will shoot either mineral drilling patch placement area. The Marine will continuously shoot the workers. So if he drills and just sits there drilling, and I don't attack him with SCVs, my Marine will kill one worker every like 5 seconds. So then it doesn't last very long. He has to do something, right? And then if he moves out of the drill patch and he tries to like fight near where the Marine is, I just A-move my SCVs. And then now I'm fighting with a Marine and more workers than he has, and he dies. So that is why we did what we did in that situation in the other game, and that's why it makes sense. It's very awkward. No one will really do this to you in bronze. No one... I'm just going to tell you right now, drone drilling is not a bronze fucking tactic. That is like a master's tactic. That is shit that someone who understands the game at a higher level will do. So just throwing that out there. Yeah. That's why we did what we did, though. And now, moving on to this game, okay? This game. If you play against a player who cannon rushes you and he repeatedly attacks your SCVs that are building buildings with his probe, it will be super annoying. I'm not gonna lie. It will be massively annoying. And I will say this. There are 2 ways to deal with this, okay? There are 2 ways to deal with this. One is you just accept the fact that you're gonna lose, because this isn't gonna happen to you every game. Also, the way this guy cannon rushes is not bronze. No one who is bronze is going to chase your SCVs around and kill your SCVs while you're building buildings simultaneously cannon rushing you at the same time. That is not a... also, bronze players don't usually bring 2 probes like this. This is not normal, okay? So this is not a normal game. If you're bronze and you play something like this, it's a fucking write-off is what it is. It doesn't actually really count. It should just be something you don't care about and you just move on and play another one. But here's a tip, okay? We'll just talk about how to deal with it now. If you want to try. If you want to try to deal with it, here's what you can do. What's up, Nero? How you doing? Also, Gecko, what's up, man? Love you, dude. We pull 2 SCVs instead of 1. And when the probe attacks my SCV, we use the key on the SCV while it's building, which is called halt, which you can see it right here. Halt. It's a hotkey that appears in the SCV. It's not always there. It's only there when it's building something. If you hit halt, it makes the SCV stop building the building it's doing. You should totally use this and not escape, because if you accidentally misclick the fucking command center and hit escape, you'll cancel the building itself. So use halt, all right? And then what you can do is if you have a second SCV coming to attack the probe as well, and your first SCV that says halt, you can attack the probe with two SCV boys at once, the bash bros essentially, and you can smash the probe and get him the fuck out of there. And if he doesn't leave fast enough, you'll kill the probe. So it buys you time to build. Secondly, when you have to fight against cannons, I'm going to throw numbers out there that you guys hopefully will, this is really technical shit, but this is hopefully something you guys will understand. If you want to fight cannons, these are numbers you have to respect. Okay? Are you ready? Are you ready? If the cannon is between the realm of 0 to 15%, or we'll say 20. 20 is easier number to understand. It's roughly around 15 to 20 though. It's like it's in there. We'll say 20. If the cannon is at 0 to 20% completion, 3 SCVs is acceptable to attack it if you attack it within 0 to 20. And again, the 0 to 20 represents percent completion of the building. If the cannon is between 20 and 40, 4 SCVs. If the cannon is between 40 and 60, 5 SCVs. And so on and so on. 60 to 80, 6 SCVs. 80 to 100, 7 SCVs. The reason why this is because the build time of a cannon compared to the DPS of an SCV, you will deny the cannon if you respect these rules before it really pops off and kills shit. Or you will straight up outright, you will either let it get done and maybe shoot once or twice, or you will deny it before it's even done at all. He'll probably cancel it. You have to respect those rules if you're going to fight cannons with workers. That is the technical term of it. That is like the technicality of the numbers you have to respect. So we pull off a lot of SCVs and we jump on the cannons with correct amounts. We like deny that one pretty fast. And look at this one. We jump on this one with as many SCVs as we can, but it does finish. And here's a second tip, okay? It's because it was in an awkward place too. I could only have 2 SCVs hitting there because it was a wall. So I had to go all the way around. Here's the second tip. This is micro. This is not bronze. I'm sorry for bronze video. This is kind of a tarnish on my bronze video, but here's a quick, cool micro technique. If you're someone who actually fights cannon rushes and you want to fuck people up who cannon repeatedly, if you can, this is the counter micro to a cannon. Click on the SCV that is getting shot by the cannon and hit S. And then hit A, click on the cannon again, or on the ground, it doesn't matter. And then shift click another SCV that is getting shot. So now you should have your original SCV that you originally selected, and now you have the next SCV getting shot. Shift click it in, hit S, and then re-attack the cannon again. And now a third SCV will get shot. Shift click that SCV in, hit S, attack the cannon again. The reason why this is important is because a cannon will repeatedly change targets when the SCVs are not attacking the cannon anymore. But then if you attack the cannon when it's attacking a new target, it will not go back and shoot your other one. So if you shift click in the new SCV that's getting shot and you tell all of them to stop, it'll attack a new SCV once again. Here is an example of what this looks like. Right now. We stop the SCV. We stop the SCV. It keeps changing targets. It makes the cannon really stupid. You can do this with drones. You can do this with SCVs. It's harder to do this with probes because the reason why this is good with SCVs and SCVs and drones is drones and SCVs take 3 hits to die from a cannon. A probe only, unfortunately, takes 2. The reason why this is because an SCV has 45. A cannon only does 20 damage. So 20, 40 has to do 20 more damage to kill the last 5 hit points. Drones don't die because drones have 40 hit points and a cannon does 20 damage, but drones regenerate health as they take damage. So drones, it'll do 20 damage to a drone, but then suddenly a drone has 21 hit points because it has regeneration. And it regenerates 1 hit point every about 3 seconds. So it goes, a drone will go, go 20, 40, and then a drone has 1 hit point left, and then it'll have a second hit point regenerating as it gets shot a third time. So 3 hits to kill a drone as well. Probes, however, have 20 shields and 20 hit points. They don't regenerate while in combat, so it's 20, 40, probes dead. So you have 2 hits to respond to this with an SCV, and 2 hits to respond to this with a drone, but only 1 hit to respond to it with a cannon, which is harder to do, but you still can do it. And if you micro it perfectly, you want to let it shoot maximum times. So I always let my SCVs get 1, 2, stop, 1, 2, stop, 1, 2, stop, cannon's dead. When the cannon's already done. And it prevents me from losing a bunch of SCVs that way. That is fucking like master's level tips right there. I'm sorry. We'll go back to bronze now. I'm sorry, boys. But this dude is fucking, like, I'm getting fucking smurfed repeatedly. Can't play my goddamn bronze games. Now, here's a bronze tactic, okay? If you do, let's just pretend now that this dude literally sat the probe here the entire time and he was cannon rushing me. That would be a bronze level game. I'm telling you right now. If this guy starts actually closing off your exit of your base, and what I mean by that is if you were to say this, okay, well, I want to evacuate this base and I want to run SCVs away. If you're going to run your SCVs and run through a cannon and the cannon's going to kill like 4 SCVs while you do it, do not wait until the cannon is done. Like, if he made another cannon here, and here, and here, and here, and here, and here, I wouldn't care because I could run like this against the wall and out, and we're fine. I don't give a shit. Like, I can stay here longer in mine for a little bit more, and I can, just as long as the command center doesn't die. And we're good to go. If there was like 4 cannons made here, though, I would also run the command center away because it would then die. So one cannon hitting the command center, we can still mine for a bit, but the second he started blocking off my exit, because this cannon can shoot all the way to the wall there, I don't want to lose SCVs for no reason. We evacuate now because this cannon is the clock here. We want to get out of here. So we evacuate now and we lift off the command center and fly away and then go around and avoid the cannon rush altogether. That is the goal. And then he cannon rushes me again. Well, let's look at the SCV count again. We are, even though all things considered, we are still ahead. We've only lost 1 worker so far. We're going to lose more here in a second. We've lost 3 workers now. For the most part, though, we're kind of done. And he is still cannon rushing me. He's cannon rushing all 3 bases simultaneously. But now we made a tank. This is the other part of dealing with the cannon rush. You really want to tech up to a factory and get a tech lab and just make a tank. If you make like 3, 4, 5 tanks and it's really committed cannon rush and it's like stalkers with it or immortals with it, that's great. But at the very least, you need at least 1 tank because 1 tank can kill all cannons indefinitely. And then as well, if you want to, if you can help it, as soon as a tank is sieged, if he ever runs the probe in range, focus fire that fucking probe. Because it eliminates future cannon rushes. And now he's expanding. And we're expanding. Dun, dun, dun. And now the game is kind of stabilizing. Where we're just, you know, we're going back to the rule of thumb where it's spend our money. If we have a lot of money, we can make a command center. If we don't have a lot of money, we can deal with things in other ways. And we're also, you know, getting cannon rushed again. Jesus. But yeah. And now we're going to add on turrets. I would highly recommend every time you get cannon rushed to make a engineering bay and on top make an engineering bay and also make a turret in each one of your mineral lines, because high chances are your opponent's going to go void rays or some type of air unit, and that unit could help you make the difference to make Thors or not. a lot of times. And now, yeah, we're just making. We've made SCVs the whole. We were making SCVs the entire time we were getting attacked. Also, yeah, DTs. It deals with DTs too with detection. But we made SCVs the entire time, right? The whole time we were getting cannon rushed. We were still, even though we were fighting with cannons, we were still making SCVs. And I do not expect someone in Bronze League to be able to pull SCVs and micro SCVs and make SCVs the entire time. I don't think that's going to happen. So if you die to this, it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I've just been smurfed multiple times in a row now, and I said fuck this guy. So I wanted to do a little bit more of a fuck him up. Defensive maneuvers here. But yeah, if you die, it's okay. Just move on. This is advanced shit. But yeah, it's making SCVs while microing SCVs was what we did there. We kept denying cannons while producing economy, which results in we crush his economy after the fact. And then it turns us into a situation where we have max supply versus someone who's half of our supply. All right. Okay. Oh, hey, we got promoted. Thank God. Thank God. Oh. I was like, am I gonna have to play another fucking Smurf right now? Yo, thank you for guys. This Terran video got out of control. I'm just gonna throw it out there. It got out of control. These games were out of control. But thank you for watching. I hope you guys still learned something. We're trying to teach you guys as much as we can, but now we're in Silver League. The pedal is going to be stepped on a little bit more. We're going to hit that gas a little bit harder now with a couple of things. The game will evolve a bit. One of the biggest ones we're going to start incorporating now that we're silver is a little bit of scouting. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Take it easy, guys. Peace.